was somewhere in between. Now I am broadcasting Facebook and YouTube. So if you're on one or the other, good morning and welcome. I am just trying to get up here and see what I have happening. So if you're on one or the other, to see if I have anyone with me, because my computer is not showing me the typing or the comments. Oh, there we are, Lindsay. Good morning. Good morning, good morning. So this is not going to be a really long morning. This is a short visit. Well, I think it's a short visit. So I just coming in to tell everyone, and I didn't do an announcement for this earlier. I totally forgot to do an announcement earlier that I am coming in to do one last broadcast before Christmas tonight. Good morning, Ashley, Samuel, Misty, Lynn, Randy, Ellie, Roxanne, Brenda, good morning. Carlene, Connie, Ellie, good morning. Thanks, Lindsay. I figured you would like my shirt. I knew you would like this. As soon as I took it out of the package, I'm like, Lindsay Burt will love this shirt. I've had it. I think I wore this Lindsay, I wore this in your class the other night for the level 4s. I think I had it on then. I was going to say, I think I wore it once since I had it. Everybody who's around me all the time knows exactly where I shop. I'm always shopping on my clothes is often from Venus.com. That's my normal place. So good morning, just letting everybody join in. And Kathy, good morning. And Monica, good morning. And to my sister-in-law, Brenda, who I see is here. I got my gifts late last night. I was going to call you when I'm done here. And my dear sister-in-law gave me what the actual fuck. She gave me a little coaster that I am in love with, and it is made by Days with Gray. Yeah, it's handmade. Days with Gray. I think it is. Yeah, and it says, what the actual fuck. So I actually love this, and this actually goes perfect to some of my morning message that I've been getting is what the fuck. That is all around me, and it's and I started with reading a message this morning about some neighbors reporting a neighbor that had a kid out with him or something out skating around, and they got reported, but she takes care of this kid. I don't know, something like that. And I'm like, and it just amazes me how the ripple effect and, how we so easily can all just freaking go up against each other, how we can turn against each other like that. We're supposed to be like come together, not fall apart. And I think we're falling apart. So I think we need to pull things together. Good morning, Tracy and Cassie. Good morning. And Kathy, I think I said good morning to you as well. And so that was one of my what the fuck moments of the morning. And Lil Joe, hi. I'm like trying to look over here. But I wanted to stop in and tell everybody I am coming back in tonight. So don't worry about getting a card today. I'm coming in this evening at I think it's like 5:30 or 6 p.m. It will be posted on my page, so be looking for it. It's either 5:30 or 6 p.m. this evening, Mountain Standard Time. I'm coming in for 2 hours, and I am giving messages from loved ones. It is in Newfoundland. I am from Newfoundland originally, as if you can't tell. And so this is what we call Tibbs Eve in Newfoundland. It's the day before Christmas Eve. We start celebrating Christmas way before, because if there's something to celebrate, we're going to celebrate it right till the end. Like we're going to start it early. And that's how it rolls. And so tonight we're going to start celebrating the loved ones on the other side. We're going to start being able to, I've been doing this. I do this every day. I'm going to give messages from the loved ones on the other side. I'm going to spend 2 hours in here this evening with you. So this is December the 23rd, just so anyone's watching this later today, December the 23rd at 5:30, 6 p.m. I'm thinking it depends. I have a appointment that I have to go to first, but I'm thinking it'll be around 5:30 because I want it in a time zone where where a lot of people can get in. So 5:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, December the 23rd, I will be back in, and I will be giving messages to individuals. I will be pulling in the spirit, the medium of me. I will be doing that work. I'll be doing mostly that work tonight. I'll be pulling cards for people, even if it's not from a loved one on the other side. You have spirit guides. There is angels. There's angelic beings. There's a divine, there's a divine place on the outside of us that is also here to give us messages of love, encouragement, and messages of hope and faith, and to show compassion to us. And so we may not always be able to be getting that from the people around us, but it is always around us, and it's also within us. So even if the world outside of us is not being very nice, that doesn't mean that we have to follow suit and become that same energy. And this morning, that message that I read and seeing the comments and seeing how either which way, it's like, let's just be kind and nice to each other. You don't need to be reporting your neighbors unless it's a big party that's causing a lot of people stuff. It's like, you know what? This is a hard time. And there's a lot of depressed people. There's a lot of sad people. There's a lot of people that are lonely. And there's a lot of people who have nothing and have nobody. And so those people also deserve to know that they are not alone in this world. So my why I do these sessions the way I do is so that, and to do the free work that I do is so that people know they are not alone. And not everybody may not be able to afford all of my sessions, but I try to make sure that there's a lot of things that is available to everybody so that I can help. But I also have to make a living. This is my life. This is what I do for a living. This is, I can't stand and do my old jobs. I can't spend 15 hours standing up anymore. So this is my life, and so I spend a lot of time in a chair, and that's how I roll. So this is my new chair. This is my new chair that's coming into 2021 with us because I wore out the other chair, sitting here, recording, teaching, spending time in session. And I have a new desk, which is really driving me insane because it's an L now. And so just know that you are loved. And my love and appreciation for you do not go unforgotten. And no matter who you are, where you are, if you step into this world, you become a part of the healing circles that I send out in love to each and every one of you. But please remember, I do not and I cannot be answering all the messages, the private messages, begging, asking for my help, and asking for me to help. That's why the post is there that says book an appointment, that you can have an appointment booked with me, messaging me privately and begging me to work with you for free. I can't do that. And not that I don't give for free, I do this. And so we can show up here and you can listen from beginning to end. And I did a recording last night, which I'm trying to get out today, and it's only an audio recording of listening from beginning to end. That when we want everything instantaneously, we want it now. We want to know now. We want things now. We want to hear everything right now. We don't want to have the patience to sit and listen. And so when you come into these lives and when you come into any of this, is that the channel that channels through these messages gives a message from beginning to end. And it's the same as listening to the elders or listening to your parents or listening to people who have wisdom. They may not be telling you what to do, but they may be telling you their experiences, telling you what their life has been like. And there's such a divine message. They are messengers, and they are the messengers of the day. And the messages that are there is also telling you that if you want to hear it all, instead of thinking that you know it all or that you already have it all because the material world around you is nurturing your insecurities and fears temporarily, well, if that's where you want to be, then, or I'm not getting this right now. Well, because you're not listening till the end. You're not finishing things till the end. You need to go from beginning to end and see on the end that on the end there is hope. On the end there is faith. On the end there is a sense of accomplishment. It is not listening to one song or one meme or anything and believing, I am now a part of this so-called woke. Oh, if you're woke enough to be in this world, that is called bullshit. You are awake because you have a breath. You have eyes that can see, but those eyes can lie to you. It doesn't mean that what you're seeing may be right. It doesn't mean that what your ears are hearing may be for you. But when you close your eyes, or when you patiently sit in peace and you sit and you listen, you let your heart absorb. You let your third eye guide you. You let yourself be guided from faith and not fear. There is so much more, because you will see that before your eyes, something more beautiful is unfolding. To be this, to spiritually awaken, wasn't about becoming a part of a fad or a part of a collective group of this is what we're all going to look like and be like. It was about finding out that you were always fucking enough, that you were always enough. The world around us contaminates us. The world that we live in forces us to have to try to be something. So if now I have to be enough of this awoke person, or enough of this kind of person, or that, or enough of an enlightened being, then once again, we are back in this, as my friend calls it, back on the freaking struggle bus. And I don't want to be on the struggle bus. I want to be on the faith train. And so on the faith train, I don't know where I'm going. And the train takes a lot longer to get me somewhere, but I'll ride it. And so I'll ride that with hope and faith and hold on to it. And I will ride it to the end. It's the same thing when you're in courses and, you know, you take my training, you take those courses. It rides all the way to the end for a reason. It goes all the way to the end. Because when you get the bits and the pieces that you think are helping you right now because you found a temporary solution, as myself and Michelle Snelling spoke about yesterday, about the Band-Aid, is that don't you get tired of putting Band-Aids on the wounds instead of healing the wounds. And it's the same thing with the messages. Everybody wants a card, a message, but are you willing to put the action of love into yourself? Are you willing to speak the new language? Are you willing to speak the language that we have forgotten, unconditional love? And that means unconditional love for you, patience to sit and listen, to sit in peace, all of those things, and to be not so consumed with what we don't have, or so consumed about what your neighbor is doing, or so consumed in what's happening out there, what is happening inside of here. So today, my hope, my wish, my dream for you is that you can go back to sitting patiently and going all the way to the end and looking at all the ends of your stories and saying, I'm still here. Because this morning you awakened. The morning you awakened and you had a new opportunity. So you have a breath. And you get to breathe, and you get to breathe as you, and you get to have your own opinions and your own thoughts, and you matter, and this world matters. And so this Christmas, I'm celebrating each and every one of you that are making a choice to choose to just be you. And that you're so, you know, your little fragmented parts and your broken little pieces and your past experiences, whatever it may be, do not get to define you. And this world around us does not get to define you. You, and knowing your heart and knowing who you are at the core of you, that's what gets to define you. And that, my friends, is how I now more than exist. And I invite you to do the same thing. So when I come in tonight, if you're not getting a card, please remember that the messages, all the messages, still have one of hope, faith, and I am a healer. So I infuse every single life with healing love for you. So my words are clear. My words are cleaned. And my words that I speak do not come with an intention to do anything that to kind of try to manipulate anyone to do anything that's outside of you. I am a guide. I'm not your guru. You are here to use your own free will and create your own life. And I encourage and inspire you to inspire yourself and to encourage yourself to always be that for you. That's what my work does. And that's why we're here. So I want you to find that within you. And my word alchemist, who helps me, is right here. And we don't do this world alone. And she's right here today. Lisa, by grace I go. Or go by grace go. Go I. Go I. By grace go I. I'm like, I get it wrong every time. Lisa, by grace go I. And so she is Lisa Star Francis on her business page, and she's the word alchemist. And we live by grace. We allowed ourselves to return to doing the work inside of here first, and to become the healed healers instead of living amongst trying to tell everyone else how they should live their lives. Because in one little moment, there is the insecurities and fears are being nurtured, and we can put a band-aid on the things that we still need to heal. Nope. We've done the work. We're doing the work. I live this every day. I'm not good every day. Don't worry. And I have not perfected this life, and neither will you. So my Christmas blessing for you is to maybe have a little bit of patience, kindness, and acceptance for your neighbors, for those around, but also to be able to take some time and have the patience to sit with you, to know that sitting quietly with you is not a bad thing, that you need to do that for you. And because the world around us, as my little plate says, has a whole lot of what the actual fuck. What the actual fuck is happening around sometimes. So what is happening inside of us is how we live our lives, not by what is happening out there. Right? This is not our new normal. No, Ellie, this is not our new normal. So for anyone joining in now, I am coming back. I'm coming back at 5:30 Mountain Standard Time tonight, December the 23rd. And I am doing, I'm going to be doing 2 hours of live and connection to spirit. So connection to spirit world, whether it's a loved one, whether it is a guide, whether it's an angel coming in for you. I don't know whether it is God, Jesus. I don't know what's coming to speak to you tonight. But I can tell you, I just went through, and if you have not done my meditation for the conjunction for the Christmas star, that is free. And it is now, the recording is on the Corey School of Magic. Go in today, spend some time in there. It is like an hour long guided meditation, and it's recorded. It was done live at the time, and now it's recorded and it's still in there. So go do that. And it's about knowing that even in the dark, there is light, and to be able to see beyond, and that none of us are going to get out of this world without some collateral damage, and that this world has collateral damage, and we're going to have those moments. So tonight I'm pulling in the spirit world, and I've already set the intention, and of course I spend all day in the spirit world. I've already set the intention. I've lit the candle, and these candles have been burning in my office since Monday morning when I started the meditation, so about 5:36. And in that moment, and I know, and I'm not religious, but I channel everything. And so in my meditation, most people know that I communicate through Mother Mary and Mary Magdalene and Jesus. And I've been channeling Jesus and my ancestors since I was little. Sometimes I didn't know it. But I had this message before I started, and it showed me the right arm of God. And I don't know what God really is. Like, I don't know, because I've never actually, but I can tell you what I know of about my time spending with God, and what I see. And through the eyes of me and through the eyes of you, I see God. And through the eyes of each and every one of us, I see this. And so the right hand that I was seeing was sitting on a throne, but not a throne bigger or better than us, an average looking human being, the arm of an average human holding a golden cup. And the golden cup was being shown to me. And if that golden cup, and it was questionable whether or not I was going to speak this, but things just come out. With that golden cup, I knew it was speaking to me. I knew the golden cup meant something. And so I've been on the search and on the quest all week to know more about the golden cup and to know a little bit more about that. And I just kept hearing, it is the fifth cup. It is the fifth cup. And that everybody wants to fear us into being afraid of the wrath, or being in fear of the wrath of, if you make this decision, or if you make that choice, if you do this, you got to face the wrath of this or the wrath of that. No, the only wrath that we face is the wrath that we put ourselves through in holding on and keep hanging on out of fear of making a choice to take action steps towards a change, or that we continue to hold on to the fear of going against something that we believe in to be true for us. And so we lose ourselves. And with that, I also had the Immaculate Heart of Mother Mary. And normally I see Mother Mary dressed very like Kuan Yin, without all the garb, without being all dressed up. But Mother Mary came to me dressed in like royalty. Like her clothes was much more brighter, like this glowing clothes on that Monday morning. And her Immaculate Heart had the 7 swords. It had 7 swords, and it was wrapped, and had a white rose, and it had a torch. And I could see the torch, and everything that it was telling me, and everything that I was seeing. I know people might think she's fucking crazy. She's nuts. But I've been doing this long enough to know that this is all symbolic. And there's a lot of symbolic messages that come. So when you feel and sense that you're receiving something that seems a little out there or a little crazy, allow yourself to go beyond that thought and to go a little bit deeper and ask, what is this really teaching me? What is it really to this message that I need to know? I have movies, and I have ancient movies, and I have lifetimes of movies that roll through my eyes. And so if I can speak to the loved ones on the other side, that means I can speak to those that loved us on the other side, which is those healers that walked upon earth. Mother Mary was a mother. She was much more than the divine presence of what is represented to us. And she's not given to us, nor is the energy of Jesus to fear us into faith. They were human beings who walked upon earth, who became glorified in a story, and created and manipulated in a lot of ways to be a part of even the people that even tried to torture them a little bit. And so this whole energy, this whole shift, this whole change is sometimes we don't understand. And we're not meant, we may not understand people, we may not understand the why people do what they do. But it's not for us to always understand. It's what is it teaching me in what I am witnessing in this moment? And why do I want to punish somebody else? Or why do I want to judge somebody else? Or why do I want to run somebody else down? Why do I want to make somebody else feel less than? Why can't I just take this moment and with love for myself, bring this moment inward and say, what is this showing and teaching me? So what's happening in the world right now? What is this teaching us about being the best human being that we could be? And so from the heart of Mother Mary, she was a daughter. She was much more than the divine saint. She was a daughter. She was a mother. She was so much more than those things. And her heart was full of pain. Her heart was also full of hope. And she believed and she knew that life would provide something more. And even if it was up on the ending, up on getting all the way to the end, that she knew that her journey home, the return home, would be nothing but the purest of love. So where we put our passion, where we put that trying to pleasure our needs, where we're trying to get that desire to be pleased, to be full, to nurture ourselves sometimes. We sometimes need to look at that moment. Because while we stand around cheering that we won, that we won, we are also putting salt in the wounds of another. So when she showed me her role as a mother, and she showed me that journey of how, you use her son to be a martyr, but she was a mother, and she watched that. She was also a daughter. Her mother, Saint Anne, was a witness to all that was happening. We are all just humans. We are all just people. But if we operate from the place of doing the right things for the right reasons, the world will transform. But it is not by telling somebody who or what they should be. It's about allowing to look beyond the roles that people play, the status, the titles, the labels that we provide, and to look beyond, to see the human, and then look further again. Look further again. Look deeper again. There's a spirit. And that spirit that's inside of each and every one of them and each and every one of us is the exact same spirit that is of the divine. So at the end, we all become one. Our sole purpose here up on earth is to find wholeness, is to break the cycles, is to let things go. It's to understand forgiveness, to live clean and clear. That doesn't mean that you get to pick and choose who's going to be a good enough human upon this earth. It's not for us to decide. Because we all, in the end, are all going home. So stop rushing. Stop trying to be something. Stop trying to be something special, better than somebody else. Stop trying to be the savior of the world. Stop trying to be this. Be the savior of you. And know that there's always somebody, when you're celebrating, somebody else may not be. So today, who can we be for somebody else? Take a moment and see the spirit within. Look deep into the eyes and see that we are all beautiful lights. And sadly, a lot are still shadowed. Out of fear, out of conditioning, out of belief systems, whatever it may be. But today, take a moment and see the light inside of each and every one. And stop being a part of spewing out the wrath of fear, judgment, disrespect. And turn it around and fill everyone's cup, including your own, with love, compassion, and kindness. Thank you for listening to that channeled message. It was not in my plan. But until we come back at 5:30, so 5:30, you're seeing all of the medium of Corey. I'm coming in to do all 5:30. I'm coming in to do pull cards, to give set messages, to give out a gift of love out into the world, and also a gift of love to you. I'm watching the time. Sorry, I got to watch time because I have to go for some ultrasounds today. But I'm also working on these. And I'm doing the writings of these cards. So today, I'm just going to see which card I can give you. I think this is a good card. So this is the card of today. Her name is Twitch. This is Twitch. She's going to be in my new deck of the Everyday Goddess cards. And she has many faces, as you can see. As do we when we keep trying to live within having a identity, a persona, using our roles to identify us. Well, I'm just a mom, or I'm this, or I'm that. And I'm like, no, you are a person. What is your name? What is your name? You're a person. And then remember, somebody else gave you that name. I'm just getting all the writing that goes with this. Remember that somebody else gave you that name. And so there's two different meanings that go with this card, and I'm not sure exactly how they will unfold. And so this card comes with Twitch. You know, Sometimes when we're being called a witch and we're triggered by the word, and Lisa Starr Francis can help you with that. When we're triggered by the word witch, and then we do a little twitch like, ugh, or we're proud, whichever one you are, which one are you? How does it feel to be called a witch? And you know, I have a shirt that says that. Woman in total control of her life. And so this, to be empowered or to be feared, what was this? And that takes us all the way back to the past and how human nature, to get the world to mold into the way that fear and insecurities wanted us to mold our world, has led us to lose ourselves and to complicate things, to turn people in, to give them a name. All you could do is tell one person, hey, she's such a bitch, or he's such an asshole. He did this to me. And what is the ripple effect of that? And where does that go? And how fast do we forget the good? How fast do we forget the good? Or you have somebody who wants to date this person so bad. They see how good they are, how kind they are, and then they get them, and then they spew all of their insecurities out on them. And then they treat them like garbage. And they tell them everything that they feel about what they feel about themselves. They spew onto the other person until the other person starts to believe that they are also like that, until they lose that. And that is taking the power. That is using somebody else's energy to fuel you up. Well, the whole world does that, right? And so the world is really simple. If we just be a good human being, I am this right here. See this heart? This is called unconditional love. I am this. I am created of, and I am created of unconditional love. And I am trying to spread this when I arrive. So this is the soul self. This heart represents the soul self. And if you can see, it is surrounded by the beautiful rainbow. And the beautiful rainbow is this is the bridge between spirit world and our world. But it's also the bridge between where we meet in our power center, from our lower vibrating energy to our higher vibrating energy. Where we meet in the middle, that sense of your sacral, of where the emotional stories lay, and how the emotional stories have impacted us, either taken away our power or empowered us. But if we're fighting and we're being the rebel for all the wrong reasons, what are we doing? Right? So if we're being the rebel and we're rebelling against being that whole fuck you, I'm going to prove you, well, that's lower vibrating energy. I know who I am. I do not need to justify or defend. I'm living by my truth. I'm living in my light. And I'm not doing things that are destructive to me, thinking that they're hurting other people, thinking that I'm getting back at other people. I'm doing what's of my highest good, and I am walking in my light. And so finding that middle ground, that is the heaven on earth. And I always used to say, I'm going to Midtown. When I die, I'm going to Midtown. I want to live just as me in Midtown. Like, I don't need to be something special. And I used to always say that. Well, what I've discovered in writing my 5th book, The Way Home to Me, is that Midtown that I spoke of, that's about creating heaven on earth. And I used to have a dream of living in a heaven on earth, that someday there'd be a heaven on earth. It took me to be almost 50 years old now to discover that I had to find the true meaning, just like the true meaning of Christmas, the true meaning to the words that I was speaking and the thoughts that I was thinking, and where they were coming from and how they were conditioned to me, how I was imprinted, and how I was not time stamping my past, and I was allowing all of that to live here, and it was disempowering me. And so from this, and we do this to people, right? When this and this person right here in the middle, the truest of you, become treated like garbage, and then people start to wonder why she's acting like this. She's either hiding behind or being angry, or she's thinking she's better than everyone else, is what people are thinking, and she's just trying to avoid all of life, and she's trying to stay away from people. People are wondering why. I am not that. So I am not this shadow. This is not who we are, and we shouldn't have to be crying out to be this. When you dump your stuff and throw your pain at me, I feel like this is actually meant to be me. We lose ourselves in those thoughts. Treat her as if she means the world to you. So all of this energy, treat her as if she means this to you, as if she is the pot of gold at the end of your rainbow. That includes treating yourself that way. And watch her grow. And then see the seeds that are planted of love and watch her glow. And she becomes this. Your attitude may be one, and this is the attitude on here, thanks to my friend Lisa Star Francis helping me with some of this. Your attitude may be one of envy, jealousy, a little too judgmental today. It may not be of another, but of the life or the love of a life that you once had, that you are still resenting, is no longer here. You may also be seeing yourself in a relationship of another version of you that you wish you could be again. Sorry, that can never be. Well, isn't that kind and loving of you to treat yourself as if you are the dumping ground? Twitch. Give yourself a little shake. To be envious or judgmental of a life outside of you may mean it's time to shine a light upon who or what you are really angry with. Find that original source of the pain. Go to the end and see that there is a light, for you were always enough. This is Twitch. This is a card in the new deck of the Everyday Goddesses. I've taken this journey. I've treated myself that way. I've been not kind to myself. I've been not kind to others. I've done that in my lifetime. I've hurt others. I am a woman who is in the face of a shame that I carried over 2 experiences in my life. And I beat myself up a lot of years for those. A lot. And I forgave and let go of a lot that other people did to me. And I took the Band-Aids and placed them all over myself. I tortured myself. I let other people mistreat me thinking that I wasn't worthy. I worked my ass off, became a workaholic to avoid a life. All for 2 experiences that maybe were not my most defining moments. But who I am today, that's what became, because what I had to do was I had to travel to the depth and ask why. Why am I allowing this to happen to me? Why am I doing this to me? And why can I not see the grace of God in me? And that's when I made a choice to choose. We all have a choice to choose. And I hope, my prayer is that these cards, when they come out, they will be infused with so much healing love. That these cards, that every day that you pick an Everyday Goddess cards, even if you're a man, because we all have a masculine and feminine side, that when you choose one of these cards, that it's not about you seeing yourself as wanting, that you don't need to be this person. What is keeping you from this, or what's making you act like this? What is the attitude of today that's there? And there's going to be a healing medicine of how do we move beyond that. So today, this is your card. Go to the soul self. See the beautiful bridge that between here, and all that. If you had the patience to sit and listen to what your loved ones on the other side were trying to tell you while you were here, we would not have the regrets, and we would not have had to take the long way around. If I had to listen to my grandma, that's what my recording is about. If I had to listen to my grandma, if I had to sit with her long enough, if I didn't think that I was running out of time, I gotta go, Nan, I'm busy. I gotta go. I don't have time to listen. I don't have time for this. Tell me another time. There's billions and billions of minutes, but there's only one life. You only get this one life as this human that you are today, with the experience of the humans that you have in your life. Take the moment pause, sit, even with this human that you are today, and sit with that and just listen. What do I need to do today to move from the lower vibrating energy into my higher vibrating energy, to see the light within, to see the light within those around me, and to be a part of seeing that we still have golden opportunities upon this earth. So that's my message to you all today. I have a lot for you tonight. I'm going to save my voice, go to my appointment, and finish trying to get these cards written out. Plus. If you have not done the meditation, there is a free meditation from Monday that is still in the school, Corey School of Magic. It is free to enroll in the school. It is free to enroll in those meditations. And also, January the 8th, 9th, and 10th, it is free to enroll in the More Than Existing online summit. There is the most amazing speakers, presenters that are going to be speaking. Some you've seen in my podcast. If you have not watched this week's podcast, Lisa Starr Francis and I speak about the words. If you've not seen my vlog of the week, that's also up. If you've not seen my podcast from last week, it is Chantel Galinsky, who owns Saved by a Spell. And we speak about the shadow self. We speak about labels and identities. And that's also up on my podcast. So you may not be seeing much of me over the next week after tonight, but there is a lot of stuff there, and it's all free. Don't message me and ask me to save you. I can't save you. There's a link to book personal appointments with me, to book your personal sessions. Go to CoreyThorne.com and you can book your personal readings. If you're hoping and praying and crossing your fingers and sending out the little messages to me today that you are chosen for a card tonight in the 2 hours that I'm here, then I hope that you are the names that come through. But also, please stay till the end, because the messages are for everyone. Take some time tonight, sit with this, and come in and just, if you're not getting a direct message, you are getting the healing energy that is being bestowed upon everyone to help us through this Christmas season, and to also raise the vibration so that we can sit in love, hope, and to have a little bit of faith on what 2021 may bring us. And then I'll be back again to do the New Year's one as well, the New Year's Eve one as well. I'll be back then, but this will be the last live tonight, 5:30 Mountain Standard Time, December 23rd. I'll be back in tonight for 2 hours. And thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Merry Christmas, Kevin. Merry Christmas to you all, by the way. Ellie, so many years walking through life, not knowing what's doing it. My eyes closed. Love your message. I'm getting so much better. Oh, Ellie, I'm so happy. Ellie has been following me, I think, since the very beginning when I started. And to see, where so many people who have been following from beginning to end, where so many people that are following have, made the choice to choose to put this work and to take these tools and instill it into their lives and to make a change in their lives, really, truly just fills my heart with so much love. That was a very personal message, Valerie. Oh, yay. I'm so glad. And yes, exactly. And I really, truly hope that you, exactly, don't let life be sucked out of you, right? Stacy, still working on me, and that's okay. I'm worth working on. Yes, exactly, Stacy. And Stacy knows all too well. And you see Stacy here all the time, and her beautiful son, Reed, loves to tease me. I have like 2 or 3 kids who I've met over the years who are spirits that, even though I tell them they have to go home, that they don't follow the rules. They keep coming back in and teasing me, and so her son keeps turning on my printer on me. And so, Stacy knows that every day is not going to be a great day, but we keep moving. The act of love, the virtuous life, the way home to us is just keep moving. To just keep moving. And to some days we have to sit down and take a pause and just breathe. And if that's what we have that day, is always remember you still have that breath to breathe. Just breathe. So thank you, thank you, thank you all. You cried during the meditation, Rhonda? Aw. Yeah, the meditations are pretty powerful. Pretty powerful. So thank you all for being here. I hope to see you tonight at 5:30. I will post a link. Not a link. It'll be on Facebook Live and on YouTube. But I will put a little post up reminding everybody so it gives a start time. So if you're on my page or you're on my YouTube, be sure to subscribe and hit the notification. So it's like and follow. And on Facebook and on YouTube, subscribe and hit the little bell, the notification, so that you can get the notification exactly when I'm going live. So then you'll know, you'll get a little pop-up on your phone. You'll say, Corey has gone live. And so then you'll see me on the live. So see you all tonight. I'm going to go for my ultrasounds now. Taking care of my health. I take care of my health. So much love to you all. I'll see you then. The candles will burn all day. I'm calling in our loved ones, opening up the space to allow the messages of love to start to pour in for tonight. Love and light to you all today. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you all later.